your body is your most important asset. And I like looking at my body like the most expensive spacesuit. And as with a very expensive piece of clothing or expensive pair of shoes, you need to take good care of it, right? And your body is just so expensive that you cannot even put price tag on it. It's really priceless. You can get a new one, not in this physical realm, and the one that you're given from birth will remain with you till when you leave this world, right? So taking care of your body is of primary importance. Like seriously, there's nothing more important than making sure your body is in a good shape, is very well taken care of, and then it will serve you really, really well. I made a lot of mistakes as far as my body is concerned, and I'm realizing that it's not because I intentionally neglected certain things, but it was just lack of acknowledgement. I just really did not acknowledge that my body is the most important thing that is there for me. Without my body, I really cannot do anything in this physical world. And now, like everyone talks about your spirit, your consciousness, your essence. Yes, it's important, but we live in a three-dimensional world. We live in a physical world, in a material world, where in order to function, you need to have a physical body. Yes, it's important to get to your true essence. It's important to remember who you truly are. But your body is sort of like a temple for your beautiful spirit that needs to be taken care of. So it's just, I cannot really stress it enough. It's so very important. So how to get to the point when taking care of your body is really effortless, and you don't really take it for granted. You just constantly aware that because it's serving you, it needs to be served on a constant basis and on a primary basis. First of all, acknowledgement. So acknowledging that your body is there for you, and it's very important part of your existence is number one step. So how do you get to the place where your relationship with your body flourish and serve you the most, serve you to achieve whatever you want in this life, right? Your body needs to be healthy. We all know about it. But why then so many people get sick, right? So if it's so easy to realize that, oh yeah, I'm basically really nothing without my body in this material world, then everyone would be in good shape and healthy and live long without getting sick, right? No, it's not the case. And it's just very few people, well, I shouldn't say very few because I really don't know, but I'm just really judging from my own example, is for me to get to the point where I really am aware that I need to serve my body really well and ask myself this one question: does it serve me? Does it serve my body? Became like, like part of my normal routine, right? There is a very nice exercise that I like. It's a meditation that I learned from Eckhart Tolle, and it's called inner body meditation. So he introduced it as part of getting to the present moment and becoming aware of the importance of now, but I realized when I started doing it that what it did for me, it actually helped me to develop and maintain really good relationship with my body, to the point where I really am so connected that I know when my body needs more attention. Like I could physically feel when there's a virus kind of knocking on my door, or certain parts of my body needs to be acknowledged at this very moment, need to be attended to. So in a body meditation, what it is just how Eckhart explains it, that we have an outer body, that a body that everyone sees, right? It's like your hair, your face, like arms, legs, like all parts of your body, it's what you can see. And there's your inner body, which is invisible. And it's not only your organs and the whole biological system inside your body. It's more than that. It's very complex, and I won't go into a detail right now, but it's just important to realize that there are both, like there's inner body. And while your outer body gets out of shape, your outer body kind of fades and it ages, your inner body is always young. Well, it's not that it's young, but it's always in the same age, so to say, to put it in simple words, right? So if you get to your inner body, if you attend to it, and if you actually discover it at the first place, then what it does is just became a really cool tool for you to maintain your outer body and to maintain good shape of it and good health, and be young for as long as it's possible when until it's your time to go, right? So the meditation, I like doing it first thing in the morning and before I go to sleep at night. And when I do it at night, it just puts me to sleep almost right away, which is a really nice way to transition to a sleep realm, right? After a busy day. So you lay down in your bed, which is great because for other meditations, you need to sit up and straight. For this one, you just lay down either, well, rub on your bed, on your pillow, however you're comfortable. And you can always, I do it at night and in the morning, but you can always do it during the day, right? It's fine. You can lay on the floor, or you can actually do this meditation sitting up, but I'm gonna tell you how I do it when I'm laying down. So you lay down, and I start with putting attention to my toes. So I start from the bottom up, right? And how I do it, I put attention where my toes are located, right? Okay, they're right there, and my eyes are closed, and I feel what my toes are touching. And if you're wearing socks, you feel the texture of your socks and the tightness of the socks. You feel the temperature around your toes. You think about the shape that your toes have, right? And then after a few breaths, you just go inside your toes, and you try imagining, what are my toes like inside, what's in there, and developing this connection with the space inside your toes, right? So you start with the outer space and then you go inside, and trying to sense the temperature inside, and just slowly go up So I start with, you can do right leg and then left leg. I just do it like 2 feet together, and just slowly going up, and then get to my knees, and the same, just feeling the sensation around my knees on the outside, and getting to the inside of my knees, feeling everything that's going on there. Is there tension? Is there pain? Or maybe they're completely relaxed. And what it will do for you, that automatically your body will start relaxing. And it doesn't matter if you fall asleep like you do it at night. If you fall asleep like almost right away, it's absolutely okay. There's no wrong or right way of doing it, as with any meditation, because meditation is not about doing, it's just being in this meditative state. For as long as you kind of permit yourself, right? For as long as it's necessary for you. And your body will tell you when it is necessary, right? And if you don't get to the very top of your head this very first time or the second time, it's absolutely fine. It's not about that. It's about developing this connection with your body and getting into maintaining the relationship with your body. And then you slowly go up, and then after I reach the point of my waist, I go to my hands, and then moving up my arms, right to my shoulders, and then I proceed from my waistline all the way up, and just attending to every part of my face, my chin, my neck, my ears, and even my hair, just thinking like, oh, okay, what's the texture of my hair? How does my hair feel inside? Because there's inside of your hair too, right? It's thinner compared to other parts of your body. It's part of your body, and you just feel like your eyebrows, even your eyelashes, getting into every detail that you want, right? And your thoughts will come and go. That's what thoughts do. They come and go, and you let them come and go. Kind of also acknowledge them, like notice them, that here's a thought, but without giving it giving extra attention. And 2 minutes later, you will have different thoughts, right? And then getting into the point where you put your attention to the space between the thoughts, where there is no thinking, and kind of making a notice like, oh, okay, there are a few seconds without my thinking. And then of course you will be thinking at this time, you will be thinking, what is the space between my thinking, between my thoughts? But at a certain time, for the certain amount of time, you will not be thinking at all. And then if you notice any tension, let's say you already got to your shoulders, right? And then you notice a sensation in your knees, for example, right? And you go back to your knees, you attend to your knees. As I said, there's no right or wrong way of doing it, because you're not really doing. And in the morning, before I get up, I do the same routine. I just allow myself to just relax and attend to my inner body. And already I just mentioned before that what it helped me is to kind of foresee what's going to happen to my body, and when I'm right before I'm getting sick. And it's just, for me, it's so rare now. I remember just a few weeks ago, I felt that something got me, like some sort of thing got me. But I caught it right at the almost very beginning, probably, and I didn't really get sick. I had a little less energy. That's how I realized that something is going on, and there's a weird sensation in my nose and in my throat. So I put my attention there, like really physical, like attention, right? I'm not talking about taking pills or anything. I did not. And it's just dissipated, right? So my attention, my energy did the whole thing for me. then also I'm realizing what my body likes eating, what it doesn't like eating. And for me, I know that vegetarian diet is the best. It's personally for me, I know that my body doesn't like alcohol. My body doesn't like nicotine, any sort of substances. It just does not like it, you know. It doesn't. So I don't do it. I don't need it, right? Then I really very rarely have any cravings. I would want to have something like chocolate, and the chocolate that I know that my body likes is just 100% with no sugar. It's not because there's no sugar and sugar is so bad for you. No, it's just I noticed that my body really likes it. And for me, it's so important to enjoy everything I do. And that it just got really easy, because what I really enjoy seems like my body likes it, and seems like it's really healthy to the traditional standard way of defining what is healthy, what is unhealthy, right? So if you develop really good relationship with your body, very good understanding what your body likes, what your body doesn't like, because it's really important to know what your body doesn't like too. I know that my body doesn't like eggs like at all. It would just, I feel really nauseated, though I like the taste, but I just know my body doesn't like it. Same with meat. And I remember years ago when I was still eating meat, but it started with pork. It was many years ago. I realized that by just my body, like just rejecting pork, it doesn't like it. So I started eating pork, then it was chicken, and then it was the rest of the meat. So I know it's just my body doesn't want it. It was before I got to the point of developing a conscious attitude about anything that comes from animals, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. All right, so I make this meditation part of my daily routine, doing it twice a day, and I don't even push myself to do it. And even before, I did not really push myself. I just remembered that, okay, in a body meditation. So I had to remind myself. Now I don't even have to remind myself. So for me, it really became almost like unconscious, like a habit. And it's a very good habit. It's just part of my living. So I know intuitively, and like as I said, subconsciously, what to do is like I'm talking, right? I know how to put words together, how to produce sounds. So in a body meditation became for me this integral part of my existence. And I teach my son the same way. So, and I don't tell him like, oh, go and do inner body meditation. No, I don't. I just tell him like, oh, where are your toes? Like, can you wiggle your toes? Or where are your fingers? Or how does it feel like? Does it feel cold? Does it feel warm? And what about the tip of your nose? Does it feel? What do you smell? How does it look like for you? Like inside, how do you feel inside? What color is it? So I would ask him all of these questions for him to be aware of what's going on. And my son is just very good at also identifying when he's sick. Like amazingly, he would wake up in the middle of the night and tell me, Mom, I think I'm sick, I said, okay, so I'm gonna check your temperature. And then, yeah, he was right, always 100%. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Will help you master your body and your mind, and will be a very cool tool for you to use while manifesting your ideal life. It was a pleasure spending this time with you, and if you liked it, if you thought that it was something that you appreciated, you can always hit subscribe and just wait for my other videos and leave me comments. I'll always appreciate it.